MG Zs X20 2001-2005. The MG Zs is a sports family car that was built by MG Rover from 2001 until 2005. The Zs is essentially a tuned version of the Rover 45, which was launched in 1999. The 45 in turn is a facelifted version of the Rover 400, which was launched in hatchback form in 1995 and saloon form in 1996. The model was rapidly created from the Rover 45 after BMW sold off Rover in April 2000. Development of the model was greatly accelerated by the fact that Rover had already created 400 series prototypes of the car using V6 engines and sporting suspension setups. In fact, MG Rover developed MG versions of all three Rover cars on sale at the time. The Rover 45 donor car did not have a reputation for being a driver's car, but in fact it was the most suitable car in the Rover range for transformation into an MG, its Honda heritage providing double wishbone front suspension and fully independent multi-link rear suspension. As a Rover, the 45 was optimized for comfort rather than handling. However, as an MG the opposite was the case. The Zs 180, offering 175 bhp, 130 kilowatts, 177 PS, from the 2.5 liters V6 engine and acceleration to 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds, received favorable reviews in the press, with particular praise for its steering, handling and suspension. Setting the Zs apart from most rivals was the V6 configuration, when most of its rivals were using turbocharged engines. A successor to the Rover 45/MG Zs, known internally as Road/X60, was under development in the beginning of the 2000s. This was to have been based on a shortened Rover 75 floorplan, and was to appear in saloon, hatchback and tourer, estate, body styles. Chassis development was being undertaken by Tom Watkins Racing, and Zs X20 collapsed. The non-appearance of Road/X60 meant that the Zs was facelifted, and continued in production until the demise of MG Rover. In the first few months of 2004, the Zs was facelifted with the rest of the MG Rover range and introduced new clear one-piece headlights, new bumpers and a flush tailgate, bootlid, with the number plate relocated to the rear bumper. New wheel designs and colors also featured. The retro design cues adopted when the 400 became the 45 were mostly dropped. For the first time, the Rover 45 and MG Zs became noticeably different-looking cars, with all Zs models available with a body kit derived from the MG's Power SV as standard on the 180 and optional on other models. The cars from the 2004 model year also received a revised interior with new seat materials and a new dash design incorporating climate control on the 180, optional on others. The MG Zs ceased production in April 2005, on the collapse of MG Rover, C. John Towers, Rover, and the rights to make the car were soon repossessed by Honda, who own the rights to the original design from 1995. Nanjing Automobile of China bought the remaining assets of MG Rover in July 2005. SAIC Motor had previously acquired some intellectual property rights from MG Rover, so the Chinese government merged the two companies together, which resulted in the rebirth of MG as MG Motor UK Limited. They then designed a new model in China, announced in 2009 as the MG6. Built in China and assembled by MG Motor UK at the old plant of MG Rover in Longbridge, sales started in July 2011.